16 things you should do in the US in your lifetime. Have you traveled very much outside of your state or even your hometown? We get so caught up in our everyday life and responsibilities that we forget that there is so much to see across America. Life is not all about work, yet most of our days and months are spent working to provide for our families. There are so many places to see and things you should do in your lifetime. So let's get out there and make a plan to live more. Let me take you to a mini tour of the places and things you should experience in America. And maybe you can plan one of them this year. Welcome to Savvy, where we have lots of practical wisdom to share. Hey, don't forget to hit the like button below, and while you're at it, hit subscribe. Without further ado, here are the 16 things you should do in the US in your lifetime. In no particular order because, well, they're all phenomenal in their own right. See the annual Hot Air Balloon Festival. Colorful and unlike any festival, the Hot Air Balloon Festival is not to miss every year in Albuquerque, New Mexico, as they release more than hundreds of those navigational and gigantic balloons up in the air. Magical Mosquito Bay. Don't let the name fool you. This beach at Vieques, Puerto Rico will win you over once night comes and mesmerizes you with its bioluminescent shores of blue organisms. Get your camera and eyes ready. The ancient Redwoods. Visit one of the most ancient forests in the world, in Humboldt Redwoods State Park in Northern California, and lose yourself in the company of giant redwood trees. They are unbelievably big and something to see in person. Visit the Grand Canyon on a mule. Yep, that's right, it's possible. Book in advance and experience the visuals of the Grand Canyon while riding a mule. The 277-mile-long gorge, carved by the Colorado River and reaching depths of a mile, is one of world's 7 natural wonders and the centerpiece of Grand Canyon National Park. I've been there and it is amazing to see. Snorkel the Florida Reef. If you want to see a variety of coral reefs, look no further than to snorkel in the only barrier reef in North America, the Florida Reef. It is the only living coral barrier reef in the United States, and it is the 3rd largest coral barrier reef system in the world, which stretches for approximately 350 miles. Now don't try to see the whole thing in one day. Go whale watching. Friday Harbor, Washington, is where you can go whale watching for orcas. It's not every day to get a chance in watching those beauties in their natural habitat. So if you are in the area, don't hesitate to experience the view with some kayaking on the side. See the Alaskan glaciers. When you do find yourself in the colder parts of the country, at least explore some of the glaciers that Alaska has to offer. They are breathtaking and clearly an ideal choice when you visit the state. So bundle up appropriately and head north to see this natural wonder. Be at 4 places at once. No, it isn't a superpower, but you can be at 4 places at once in the Four Corners Monument in Arizona. There is a granite and brass landmark there that you can stand on, and you'll be in Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado at the same time. Now that's something to brag about. See the leaves change in Vermont. There's nothing like autumn on the East Coast, and it's true. The palette nature takes on during the fall season is unlike any in the other parts of the country. So between mid-September and late November, visit Vermont and feel like you're in a scenic movie made especially by nature just for you. Is that Hallmark I hear calling? Arlington National Cemetery. Located in Arlington, Virginia, and much like the 9/11 Memorial, this cemetery houses the men and women who deserve a level of respect, as they are the ones who lay their lives for their country. You can visit the site and pay respects if you are in the area, where the Declaration of Independence was made. Both the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence were made in Independence Hall in Philadelphia. Nothing screams more American than the place where history was undoubtedly made, right? If you want to visit, make sure to secure some tickets beforehand. The White House. If you've ever wondered about whether they allow White House tours or not, well, the movies are true. They do. A national timepiece in itself, the White House has been around for more than 200 years, and yet it still stands tall today. Discover tidbits of history if you join one of the tours, and make the best out of the history immersion. Explore the prison on Alcatraz Island. A prison may not be what you have in mind, but the one on Alcatraz Island has been turned into a tourist spot for a long while now, fueled by its infamy from housing even Al Capone himself. Join a guided tour and know more about the prison and the events that transpired there in the past. Witness the Aurora Borealis in Alaska. You don't need to go to Europe for this naturally occurring light show. Just be in Fairbanks, Alaska between August 21st to April 21st, and you'll be sure to have a blast despite the cold. The Northern Lights, or the Aurora Borealis, are beautiful dancing waves of light that have captivated people for millennia. Lobster rolls in Maine. Let's talk food now. If you head over to Maine, there's a tasty dish around made of lobster as the main ingredient that doesn't require a special tool to eat because it's served as in a roll. Lobster rolls are very popular, and I hear they're very tasty as well. You can also put your bib on and get your lobster or nutcracker and eat one fresh from the ocean. Once it's cooked, of course. Don't miss the opportunity and head on to Maine, and you won't regret it. Journey to the top of the Space Needle. I'm sure you have noticed this tower in every picture of downtown Seattle. It was built in the Seattle Center for the 1962 World's Fair and is considered to be an icon of the city. There's nothing like a 520 feet vantage point to look over Seattle at a 360-degree view atop the Space Needle. I hear that it takes 41 seconds to reach the top in the elevators. If you're even up to a bigger challenge, view Seattle in the loop with the world's first rotating glass floor. That sounds very thrilling to me. Well, that is enough practical wisdom for today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up below. We will be posting 4 to 5 videos per week. So click the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified of our new videos weekly. Thanks everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao ciao!